Yo, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be a quick video talking about the PS4 Pro. Everybody's making videos, everybody has an opinion, everybody has something to say. Nothing new here, right? This is YouTube. Of course, everybody has to make a video. So, here is my video talking about this. Of course, as usual, my video will be a little bit different. Um, let's get into what we're going to talk about here, okay? First of all, I want to talk about the actual I want to talk about the actual PS4 overheating. Okay, look, I want to explain something to you people out there because this is the same thing like what happened with Samsung, and I want to explain to you guys why this is actually bad for anybody who's hoping that this is true, particularly the Xbox community. Okay, so let's share the first screen. Okay, so let's talk about it. Here we go. Now we're looking at the pictures, right, of the actual PlayStation that overheated. Now, of course, if you look at this picture, the reason people are saying this is fake is because if you burn plastic from the outside, it'll show that it sinked in. And if you burn it from the inside, it'll show that it bubbles out. If this burn was actually from the inside, the way you can simply tell that this is not the actual burn is because the burn would not be going in, it would be going out. Okay, so if something's melting to the point where it's like this, it would melt outward, not inward, unless this was like something where it burned outward and then cooled down and started to drip and melt in. So that's how you can tell that this is actually just not the case. This is not true. This is not how this thing really burned. Okay, so you can tell it burned from the outside. And as a matter of fact, if you look at this picture right here, you can actually see that this is probably actually how they did it. They probably actually put a light or two right on the bottom right here where the fan actually is, and they lit it. Now, of course, if you really want to prove that this was true, all they had to do is open the console and show you the damage on the inside of the console, which they're probably not going to do. So I would automatically just not use this image as any proof of the overheating. Now, let's talk about why this is actually bad to do this. The reason that this is actually bad is because this is just like when Samsung Galaxy Note 7 came out and people were saying that the phone was overheating. Now, some of you people are going to go, oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about, Jimmy? The phone did explode. Well, they had 27 claims of the phone exploding. Now, these are the claims that were making the media, not the claims in general. And out of the 27, none of the claims were from America. Now, what's interesting out of the 27 claims is 26 of them turned out to be false. And this is the stuff that you don't hear. Now, why is this bad? This is bad for competition because now the Galaxy Note 7 was believed to be rushed out, even skipping the number 6, because it was trying to compete with the iPhone 7, and they didn't want to be a number behind. So they made it a Note 7 instead of the Note 6 to compete with the iPhone 7. Now, of course, this is logical. It makes sense from a marketing standpoint. But why is this a bad thing? Because now, due to the fact that Samsung is the type of company that wants to stand behind their product, they had to pull the Note 7. So now everybody who wanted a new Note can't have one because of these people who decided to lie about it. That's the first problem. The second problem is, due to the fact that these people did lie about these phones, now the iPhone 7 is out. And yeah, for the iPhone fans, that's cool and everything. But now here's the thing. There is no more competition currently as far as new phones go. And you're at the mercy of Apple now. And this is what you never really want. You do not want one company reigning, because once they start reigning like that, then they start dictating policy and telling you what they want. And you really have no say so in the matter, because it's going to be, if you want the new phone, do what we say, or don't do anything, because there's no competition. There's no competitor. There's nobody else to go to. Now, this is the same thing for the Xbox community with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I know a lot of you are going to go, what? What if Sony decided to pull the PlayStation Pros off the market? Now, for you people that's hoping NPD is won by the Xbox, because I know part of this is people just praying that Xbox beats PlayStation on NPD and sales for the 4th month in a row. And if this happens, it's over for Sony. Xbox is on the comeback. Xbox is making it. And this is really some weird behavior. Some of you people are sick. But at the end of the day, I just want to say that if that was to happen, right, if that really was the case and that was going to happen like that, look what will be going on now. Because for one, you may get the nightmare console that you're really hoping doesn't come out. You may get a new PlayStation. You may get it faster due to these stuff. So you got to be careful what you ask for. Now, say Sony pulled the PlayStation 4 Pro, and now we're back to the Xbox One S, and it's talking about HDR, the only HDR console, winning NPD. Once Xbox starts winning NPD, they're already talking about rumors of raising the price of the service and the standard third. Don't you think that's going to happen a lot sooner if they start winning and there's no more competition? So by trying to hurt the Pro, you're really going to hurt yourself, because Sony's going to probably pull this console if this continues, which I don't think it will, because people are just too idiotic to make this an actual case. The person who burned the PlayStation looked like they burned it just enough to still play it, which is still stupid as well. I actually saw another YouTuber burning his PlayStation as a joke, and he actually was burning it. But I could tell when he realized he was burning it and how easy it was to burn, he stopped. But to make a long story short, this is the nonsense that goes on, and this is the stuff that causes things to go bad. When you start artificially making up stories and doing things and putting these companies in situations where they have to be good business people and respond to these claims, you start changing the way things go in the events, and you may get what you're asking for. Keep saying that this PlayStation Pro is overheating, and you may get an 8 teraflop PlayStation Pro revised. Who knows? So be careful what you wish for out there is what I'm trying to say. And, let everything be organic. Stop trying to artificially move the goalposts and things of this nature for these consoles. NPD is going to be what NPD is. Me personally, I really don't see how you think PlayStation is going to release a new console and they're going to lose NPD for November. But hey, it is what it is. 2 new pieces of hardware. You got the VR headset, you got the console. It's November, it's holiday season. Yes, the Xbox is on fire sale everywhere you turn. They're throwing Xbox at you with free games, and it's hard to turn that down. But when you get down to the numbers, which is what most people want when they go out looking for a new console, the Pro kind of has the advantage there, even though some of these newer games are not that great as far as the patches have been concerned. But there are more good than bad out there. But of course, these people won't tell you this from the Xbox side of the life. But I just wanted to make this video because I do have to go explain it to you guys why this is not a good thing, man. And you may want to check yourself and relax with all this artificial stories about the PlayStation 4 Pro overheating. And before I go, I just want to show you guys something real quick. I want you guys to realize, and I know you can hear me keystroking in the back, just to show you guys. I want to show you the screen right here because I want you to see just how sick this really is. A lot of y'all probably don't even know this, but if you look right here, this is the same story that was regurgitated from the PlayStation 4. Now look at this. This is a story that pops up every time Sony has a new console, that it overheats. Ever since the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death, you've been seeing this overheating thing with PlayStation. Now, the reason that this is so popular, of course, is because the console looks so small. They're wondering how can all of this heat. Now you see that? That's the light you would get if it was actually overheating. You get this light or you get a white light. And let me explain one other thing. And I want to say this before I go because this is very important. I almost forgot it. It's actually something I should have said in the beginning of this video. The PlayStation 4 has a heat sink in it and has a fan. Now, just so you guys know how these consoles work, as you know, some of y'all know I used to repair consoles. I did that on the side when I was in a little bit of trouble, and I had to make some money, and I had to pay some legal bills, if you know what I'm saying, out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, I was working in a repair shop, and I was making some good money, man. Needless to say, that street money was nice, man. But anyway, what you do is when a console is actually gonna burn up like this, the reason this is unlikely is because it was by the fan, for one. And just so you guys know how these consoles work, and this has been since last generation, just 7th gen. It's always been this way. Actually, 6th gen had this issue too. The PlayStation 2 actually had the same actual feature on the motherboard. Since consoles have motherboards, they had this feature. If the console is overheating, the reason that it's not likely going to ever get to this point, and let me go back and share this video. The reason that it won't get to the point where it looks like this right here is because the console has a failsafe in it that once it gets to a certain temperature, it turns off. So the console should never do this, because if it did this, somehow that means it's still running. And once the motherboard detects any hardware failure, anything other than the actual disk drive, it will not turn on. Just to let you know, you'll hear it beep and it'll give you an acknowledgement. And the beep is actually the error code telling you that something is wrong. It's letting you know, beep, beep, beep. Hey, we have a problem inside of this console and it needs to be repaired. That's what the beeping is. The beeping is letting you know that the console is acknowledging that you want to turn it on, but it is not turning on because it detects that something is very wrong. So for you people out there that don't realize this, that says this thing is overheating, more than likely this is actually bogus. And why Sony's not paying it any mind is because the console has a motherboard that detects hardware failures. Any kind of overheating means the fan is not spinning. Once the fan is not spinning, your console will turn off and it will not turn on until it reaches a certain temperature where it can be cool enough to turn on. Once that temperature is hit again, your console will start to make loud noises and turn off because it is receiving errors. So just for you guys to know on the technical side of things, this is highly unlikely, because before a console gets this hot, it will turn off. So this is why they know that this is 9 out of 10 times false. They'll want the console to see if something in the inside failed, like it kept receiving power even though it was supposed to be turned off. That could be possible, but it's extremely unlikely. So that's why this is a kind of bogus thing to do. Anybody that knows anything about the inside of a console or who has repaired one can tell you that, yeah, the console would detect that the fan is not working and it's getting hot and would not continue to play. It would turn white, the white bar, and then it will turn off. That's exactly what you would get. And when it got to a cool temperature, it would turn back on for a few more minutes. But if the fan continued to fail, it would turn back off again. Matter of fact, if the fan is not responding when you turn it on, it won't turn on at all. That means your fan is dead. But sometimes the fan goes bad. And that's probably the case if you ever see this. But 9 out of 10 times that wasn't the situation. And for the console to get this hot, it was unlikely because the motherboard would not turn the console on. When you press the button, it would just respond with an error code and it would never boot up. So it's your boy Jimmybgaming, man. I'm out of here. Tell those lames to stop it, man, before that Xbox starts raining on their nizzats. All right, because if they keep going like this and the Xbox wins MPD, you saw what they did in 2013, they will do it again. So just keep it clean out there. You know, have a safe and fair console war to you losers out there that participate in that shit. And I'm out of here, man. Have a good day. It's time for me to go do what I got to do. Oh, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this. And go check out my Watch Dogs review and let me know what you honestly think, because some of you guys do like the game, and that's cool. I'm not knocking it. I just don't think that's a day one purchase. That is my opinion. The game is okay, but for $65 and with other games coming out, I feel like it's not a day one purchase at all. Especially with Black Friday. There's some pretty good deals for that game on Black Friday. But let me know what you think in the comment section, man. And like I said, go check out that video as well. I'm out of here. Peace.